Hi there, Chris here with my thoughts on the new downloadable Imperial Armour rules that have just been previewed on the Warhammer Community site. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of downloads: Space Marines, Aeldari, Custodes, Imperial Knights, Grey Knights, Necrons, Chaos Knights, Orcs, Tau Empire, Titans. There's Titans for all sorts of factions. Why is it just one Titans? It's just Imperials in there. But anyway, Tyranids, Drukhari, Astra Militarum 1 and 2, because yeah, it needs 2 indexes because there's just so much Imperial Guard. But anyway, I'm going to be looking at the Aeldari. And just as the cover image would suggest, yeah, pretty darn interesting. So let's have a peek at the Wraithseer. Now, I'm going in order as it is on the document. Wraithseer, this is the Wraith Lord with psychic abilities. It has like the head of a Farseer kind of thing. Movement 8, toughness 11, not bad. 2 up save, 5 invulnerable, okay. 10 wounds, not bad. 6 leadership, 3 OC. 3 OC, that's pretty darn good. So this thing is basically a Wraith Lord for everybody not familiar with this model. It has various options. Aeldari Missile Launcher, which looks to be pretty comparable to the regular Index. Bright Lance looks to be about the same. Destructor, which is the psychic power for warlocks, has torrent and psychic, 12 inches, D6. Yeah, it seems to be about the same. Shuriken Cannon has sustained hits. Star Cannon seems to be about the same. And then, of course, it has the Wraithseer D Cannon. Got the devastating wounds. Everybody's talking the devastating wounds these days, especially concerning Aeldari. 24-inch, one shot, hitting on a 4, 14, -4, doing D6 damage. With devastating wounds, yeah, that's quite a bit. Ghost Spear has strike, anti-infantry, 2+, precision, and psychic. Ooh, this guy is kind of dangerous in the melees. Has 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 10, -2, doing 3 damage apiece. Ghost Spear with the sweep attack is anti-infantry with the sweep attack, 12 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 7, -1, doing 1 damage apiece. That is the crowd pleaser anti-infantry. Oof. Hitting on 4s though, that's that's kind of doo-doo really. Keywords: Monster, Psyker, Walker, Wraith Construct, and Wraithseer for the Aeldari. It has Deadly Demise 1, which is not horrible. Strands of Fate, so he can benefit from the Fate dice pool. Horrify, Psychic. In your shooting phase, after this model has shot, select one enemy unit. Hit by one or more of those attacks, the enemy unit must take a battle shock test. Now, this is a power I kind of figured that the Hemlock would have gotten, but it doesn't. So, deal with it, right? Whereas the Wraithseer now has this ability, and I think that's pretty darn cool. It's not bad. It's not bad. Forcing battle shock tests, not a bad thing. And yeah, it seems like this is more geared towards melee, although it only hits on 4+, so I guess to mitigate how awesome it is. But I mean, with the Fate dice and everything like that, it's not too hard to pull out a 4+ to make sure you get that hit. On the back of the card, it has its options, as well as it's equipped with just basically Destructor and the Ghost Spear. Oh, okay, so you have to pay for either that Wraith Cannon or something else. I mean, you're going to pay for the Wraith Cannon. Everybody's going to pay for that Wraith Cannon, right? Spirit Bound. If a Spirit Seer model from your army with the leader ability can be attached to a Wraith Lord, it can be attached to this unit instead. Very cool. Okay, so he replaces a Wraith Lord. And yeah, so now also the other thing that was pointed out in the article is that all of these rules in this index are official Warhammer rules and can be used in official Warhammer events and tournaments. I think that's kind of cool. The Revenant Titan, 16-inch move, holy moly, can just haul its bum around the field. Toughness 13, 2 up save, 4 invulnerable, against range attacks only. Okay, very cool. 30 wounds, leadership 6, OC 16. Not bad at all. Cloud Strike Missile Launcher has blast, 36-inch range, 2d6, nice. Hitting on 3, strength 8, -2, doing 2 damage apiece. Pretty darn good. The Revenant Pulsar has assault. Interesting. It is 60-inch range, 6 shots, hitting on 3, strength 14, -3, doing 4 damage apiece. Pretty darn good. Assault. Yeah, so it's got the assault. And I'm kind of shocked it doesn't have devastating wounds, considering that this is the Pulsar. I know, again, everybody's up in arms about devastating wounds, especially for the Aeldari, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. Sonic Lance has anti-monster, anti-vehicle on 4+, assault and torrent. Now that is kind of interesting because in the past, the Sonic Lance was more of an anti-infantry kind of thing, whereas this is more of an anti big stuff kind of thing. This seems to be the weapon of choice against, equally sized, equally matched type of units. Has 18-inch range, D6 plus 6 with Torrent. Oof. Strength 8 minus 3, doing 2 damage. Oof. He also has his Revenant feat. 8 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 10 minus 1, doing 3 damage. Pretty respectable. It used to, I believe it used to have the 2 different attacks. So I think that's kind of interesting. Core, Deadly Demise, 2d6. Wow, that's interesting. Faction, Strands of Fate, Titanic Advance. Each time this model makes a normal advance move or fallback move, it can move other models, excluding Titanic models and terrain features that are 4 inches or less in height, as if they were not there. Now, before in the past, this model had the jump pack, and now it seems like it doesn't really have that. It basically would have been, well, it has the fly keyword, so it can just fly over stuff. So I don't know why they have to put that into, I guess it's just if you want to walk, but I don't know, because the keywords are Monster, Titanic, Towering, Walker, Fly, Wraith Construct, Revenant, Titan. Yeah, that's kind of interesting that they have to include that, even though it has the Fly keyword. Towering Wraith Construct, each time you target this model with a stratagem, you must spend twice that stratagem's cost to do so. Yeah, it makes sense, just to benefit from, fire and fade and crazy crap like that. Revenant jetpack. Oh, here's the jetpack right here. Each time this model advances, do not make an advance roll for it. Instead, until the end of the phase, add 8 to the move characteristic of this model. Oof. This thing can fly across the board. And with assault, you can fire them guns. Ooh, yeah. When it's down to its last 1 to 10 wounds, you subtract 1 from its attack and to hit rolls. Okay, not bad. Understandable. Options. The options are a model's pulsars can be replaced with a sonic lance. The model's sonic lance can be replaced with a pulsar. What? It's 1 Revenant Titan. This model is equipped with the Cloud Burst missile launchers and Revenant Pulsar, Sonic Lance, and Revenant feat. So it says it's only equipped with a Pulsar or Sonic Lance. So that seems to indicate that it's equipped with 1, but it replaced 1 Sonic Lance. And yeah, I'm not sure how that makes sense as far as the wording is concerned, because it's only equipped with 1 Revenant Pulsar, Sonic Lance, but the model's Pulsar can be replaced with 1 Sonic Lance. The model's Sonic Lance can be replaced with 1 Pulsar. I don't know what sort of feedback loop we're in here, but yeah, they should have just said it's either equipped with 2 Pulsars or 2 Sonic Lances, because it has 2 arms. Or is it equipped with the Pulsar and Sonic Lance? So it's got both? Are they freeing it up so that it has both? It has the Pulsar and Lance? That'd be very interesting, because in the past, this model has only ever been equipped with 2 Pulsars or 2 Lances, and you couldn't have either or. Are they saying now that this can have both? If that's the case, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. On to the Phantom Titan. Oof. 14-inch move, 14 toughness, 2 up save, 4 invulnerable, 55 wounds, 6 leadership, and 20 OC. Its invulnerable save is only against range attacks. It has the D Bombard Blast with devastating wounds, 17.2 inches, D6 shots, hitting on 3s, strength 20, minus 4, doing 2d6 damage. Now, that makes a lot of sense. I think we've already looked at this profile in other videos, but I'm just kind of quickly skim through here, as I don't think that this has been changed. Deadly Demise is D6 plus 6. Pretty good. Titanic Advance. Each time this model makes a normal move, advance, or fallback, it can move other models, excluding Titanic and terrain features that are 4 inches or less in height, as if they were not there. Because this guy does not have the fly keyword, it makes sense that he has this ability. Or she. It. Towering Wraith Construct. Each time you target this model with a stratagem, you must spend 3 times the stratagem's stated CP cost to do so. Yeah, makes sense. Flawless Poise. This model is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in the turn in which it fell back. Very nice. Makes sense for a great big thing like this to do something like that. So very, very cool. When it's down to its last 1 to 16 wounds remaining, subtract 10 from its objective control, and of course, subtract 1 from its hit rolls. And so we take a look at the back of the card. Weapon options. This model, D Bombard, can be replaced with the following: 2 Phantom Star Cannons and 1 Wraith Glaive. 1 Phantom Star Cannon it can replace its D Bombard with 1 Phantom Star Cannon, 1 Pulse Laser, and 1 Ghost Glaive, 2 Pulse Lasers and 1 Ghost Glaive, or 1 Pulse Phantom Pulsar. The model's Phantom Pulsar can be replaced with the following: 1D Bombard, 2 Phantom Star Cannons, and 1 Wraithglaive, 1 Phantom Star Cannon, 1 Pulse Laser, and 1 Wraithglaive. You can also replace it with 2 Pulse Lasers and 1 Glaive. You can replace its Phantom Pulsar with 2 Pulse Lasers and 1 Wraithglaive. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. This model's Phantom Star Cannon can be replaced with the Pulse Laser. The model is 1 Phantom Titan. It's equipped with a D Bombard, Phantom Pulsar, Phantom Star Cannon, Void Storm Missile Launcher, and Phantom Feet. Okay, it is Monster, Titanic, Towering Walker, Wraith Construct. Yeah, that's a little bit interesting as far as getting its options, as far as how you can equip it. You can replace the D Bombard with 2 Phantom Star. I don't know why you would go with 2 Phantom Star Cannons, because the Star Cannons were like not amazing. It's 4 shots. Get 2 of them, 8 shots with them. I mean, if you're going to go, if you were playing more of anti-infantry and, they were just bringing this guy and, you weren't playing like a full-on apocalypse style kind of game, sure. I mean, go for the thing. But either you're going to go for 2 Bombards or 2 Pulsars, or Bombard and a Pulsar. I mean, a mix of the 2 is perfectly fine in my book. Phantom Star Cannon, I mean, it's good, but it's not, it's only got the 2 extra shots. And you can equip them with 2 of them. So, I don't know. Not terribly exciting. I mean, really, realistically, you're only really concerned with either taking the Glaives or taking the additional Bombard, right? Going 2 Bombards or Bombard and Glaive or Pulsar and Glaive, right? That's usually the combination with this thing. But anyway, on to the Cobra. Movement 14, toughness 11, 2-up save, 5 invulnerable. Just a 5-up invulnerable, doesn't say against range attacks. 24 wounds, leadership 6, ace, OC 8. Not bad. That's not bad for its profile. Ranged weapons has the missile launcher Brightlands D Impaler. Impaler now. It's a D Impaler. You can make your jokes about that name all you like, because I'm with you. I hear it. I'm a D Impaler. In fact, that sounds like that's going to be my new gamer handle. It has blast and devastating wounds. Devastating wounds, of course, makes sense for a large vehicle like this. 36-inch range. That's quite a drop, because this thing used to be able to shoot, I think, further than that. I used to think it used to be able to shoot 60 or 40 with that big D cannon it has. Essentially, it's a D cannon. D6 plus 3 shots. It has blast, so you can get more. Hitting on a 3, 16 strength, -4, doing 4 damage apiece. With devastating wounds, pretty reliable damage output there. Also has access to the scatter laser, shuriken cannon, and star cannons. Yeah, Wraithbone hull, 6 attacks, hitting on 4, strength 6, no AP, doing 1 damage. Yeah, this thing's not designed for, fighting in close combat. Keywords are vehicle, Titanic, fly, and Cobra. Very cool. It's also Aeldari. Core abilities are Deadly Demise, D6 plus 2, not bad, is affected by Strands of Fate, and D-Rift in your shooting phase. Just after selecting a target for this model's D-Impaler, roll 1d6 for the target unit and every other unit that is within 3 inches of that unit. On a 5+, the unit being rolled for is struck by the D-Rift. After this model has finished making its attack against this target unit this phase, each unit struck by the D-Rift this phase suffers D3 mortal wounds. Oof. So everybody close by this thing can get D3 mortal wounds on it. Not bad, representing, because back in the day, this thing was firing the D cannon and it was using a 7-inch blast, I think, or a 10-inch blast. Either way, it was causing tremendous amount of damage around the unit. And so if you were targeting, say, for example, I don't know, a Baneblade, and there was units beside it, those are going to get, hit by this Bombard. I think that's really, or the Impaler, excuse me, or the Rift. I don't know, whichever way you want to describe it, I guess. The Rift is hitting it, right? I think that's pretty darn cool. Every other unit within 3 inches. Yeah, so if you had tightly packed armies, or if you got the first turn and the enemy was on the other side and they're bunched up because, you're playing a big game with a lot of like apocalypse-sized units, yeah, this thing is going to, be pretty scary in that first opening salvo. But it's only 36 inches, so, it's got to be way up front and, it's going to be limited, whereas I guess maybe that's why it's got the shorter range now, because yeah, on that opening salvo, that's going to be deadly with those devastating wounds. Yeah. Damage 1 to 8 mortal wounds remaining. It is subtract 4 from the objective control characteristic. Each time the model makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Okay, makes sense. Back of the card, let's have a look. War gear options. The model shuriken cannon can be replaced by the following: missile launcher, bright lance, scatter laser, star cannon. Okay, yeah, because this thing only has the big gun and heavy weapon. It is one Cobra, and this is equipped with the D-Impaler, shuriken cannon, and the Wraithbone hull. Pretty straightforward for this tank. Scorpion, here we go. This is my tank here. I love Scorpions. 14-inch move, toughness 11, 2-up save with a 5 invulnerable, no asterisks beside it, 24 wounds, leadership 6+, OC 8. Not terrible. It has the access to the Aeldari missile launcher, bright lance, scatter laser, shuriken cannon, star cannon, and it is equipped with the twin Scorpion pulsar. It has twin linked. Shoots 60, which remains the same. 6 shots, nice. Hitting on 3, strength 18, -3, doing 5 damage apiece. Very, very interesting that pulsars do not have devastating wounds. I would assume for, apocalypse-sized games like this that, like when you're evolving these things. But I guess because of the nature, because apocalypse isn't really a thing anymore, and so bringing these kind of things to tournaments and games and, match play type events, if this had devastating wounds, yeah, this thing would be terribly scary, especially because it's affected by Strands of Fate. Yeah, that would be very, very scary. But you can only do it on once per turn using those, modified dice, right? The Strands of Fate. Anyway, melee weapons. Wraithbone hull is 6 attacks, hitting on forward, strength 6 no AP, and doing 1 damage. Yep, again, pretty standard for this kind of thing. Keywords are vehicle, Titanic, fly, and scorpion. It's got fly. Did the Cobra hat fly? I don't recall. It does. Cobra hat does have fly. Interesting. I guess for their, because they're grav. Interesting. Deadly Demise, D6+2, Strands of Fate, and a Lanced Obliteration. Each time an attack is made with this model's twin Scorpion pulsar, destroys an enemy model that has the Deadly Demise ability. That model's Deadly Demise ability inflicts mortal wounds on a 4+ instead of on a 6. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You want to focus down enemy vehicles and anything that has Deadly Demise. It crits on a 4+ instead, so make sure that it blows it up or gives it higher odds of blowing it up. That's interesting. That's a very interesting rule. That's very interesting. Lanced Obliteration. When it's down to its last 8-1 wounds, you are subtracting 4 from the OC and subtract 1 from the hit rolls. Interesting. Options. It can swap out its cannon for missile launcher, lance, laser, or cannon. It is 1 Scorpion. The model is equipped with the Shuriken Catapult and Twin Scorpion Pulsar and Wraithbone Hull. Yep, interesting. I like it. And when we get to the points, I think that is a very interesting. It makes it a lot more playable, I think. The Nightwing, as it were, the Nightwing. It is 20-inch move. It's because it's a flyer. Toughness 8, not horrible. 3-up save, 5 invulnerable. 5 invulnerable, has no asterisks beside it. 12 wounds. Leadership 6, OC 0. It has the twin bright lance, twin linked, 36-inch range, 1 a shot, hitting on 3, strength 12, -3, doing D6+2 wounds. Not bad. Twin shuriken cannons, sustained hits 1, twin linked, nice. 24-inch range, 3 shots, hitting on 3s, strength 6, -1, doing 2 damage apiece. It's got the Wraithbone hull, melee, 3 attacks, hitting on 4, strength 6, 0, doing 1 damage. Abilities, core, hover, nice. Faction, Strands of Fate, cool. Interceptor, each time this model makes a ranged attack that targets a unit that can fly, add 1 to the hit roll. Nice, because this thing is supposed to be the interceptor for the Aeldari. It's a flyer. It's it's the craft that has the swept back wings. The wings move. Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. Damaged, when it's down to its last 4-1 wounds, each time the model makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. It is a vehicle, aircraft, fly, and it is the Nightwing. Pretty cool. It's the higher toughness is nice. The 3-up save is nice, and the 5 invulnerable is nice. Back in the day, this thing always had the -1 to hit for like stealth or whatever. Doesn't appear to have that now. That's fine. It does have the aircraft rule though, so yeah, and hover, which makes it very, very interesting as far as Aeldari are concerned, I think. Yeah. Options, none, because yeah, it is equipped with the twin bright lance and the twin shuriken cannon and the Wraithbone hull. So there's no options. There really was no options before for this thing anyway. So it's not bad. The Warp Hunter, 14-inch move, toughness 9, hitting our 3-up save, 12 wounds, leadership 6, OC 3. not bad. This one is basically a Falcon Graph tank with a, D-blast weapon, a Wraith Cannon kind of, Wraith Cannon. Yeah, it's a Wraith Cannon. It's like a big giant Wraith Cannon. Ranged weapons is the D-Flail Blast. Blast with devastating wounds, 24-inch range, D3 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 12, -4, doing 3 damage. Or you can do it as a Rift, devastating wounds with Torrent. Oof. 12-inch range, D3, 12, and strength 12, -4. Do 3 damage apiece. And it also has the Shuriken Cannon and Twin Shuriken Catapult. I assume you can swap out the catapult for the cannon. Wraithbone Hull, 3 attacks, hitting on 4, strength 6, 0, doing 1 damage. It is a vehicle, fly, and is the Warp Hunter for the Aeldari. Deadly Demise, D3, Strands of Fate, Devastating Assault. In your shooting phase after this model has shot, select one enemy unit. By one or more of those attacks, the enemy unit must take a battle shock test. That's interesting. That's very cool. So, yeah, in the shooting phase, select one enemy unit. Select, Devastating Assault. So just in your shooting phase, after this model has shot. Now, does that mean that after it shoots its Shuriken Cannon, a unit has to take a battle shock test? Yeah, select one enemy unit. So I guess just whenever you're shot by this tank and you pick. So if you shot the cannon at somebody else and used your D-Flail at somebody else, you pick one of those units and say, you got to take a battle shock test. Interesting. I mean, usually you would reserve that for the D-Flail, but maybe just you want to just throw a couple extra things at somebody and just force a battle shock test, That's kind of interesting. When it's down to its last 4 wounds, you subtract 1 from the hit roll options. The Twin Shuriken Catapults can be replaced with a cannon, and it is equipped with the D-Flail, Twin Shuriken Catapult, and the Wraithbone Hull. Very, very cool. The links. I really enjoy this model. This model's changed quite a bit since it was released. And yeah, but this one here is pretty interesting, and it has a little bit of flexibility, or at least it used to. The links: movement 14, toughness 9, 3-up save, 5 invulnerable, no asterisks, 16 wounds, leadership 6, OC 4. Not bad. Has the Aeldari missile launcher, bright lance, scatter laser cannon, and star cannon. But the Lynx Pulsar has got assault 48 inches, strength 4 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 16, -3, doing D6 damage apiece. Not bad at all. The Wraithbone Hull, 3 attacks, hitting on 4, strength 6, 0, and doing 1 damage. It's a vehicle, can fly, and is a Lynx. Very cool. It's got Deadly Demise, D6, Strands of Fate, and the Speed of Vol. Each time this model advances, do not make an advance roll. Instead, until the end of the phase, add 9 to the move characteristic of this model. Not bad. Not bad. Considering the points costs, it's not bad. I mean, I miss the ability where it could fly and, do all sorts of different stuff, but yeah. And I'm pretty sure this tank used to be able to take a Sonic Lance, didn't it? Or was it always a Pulsar? It was always a Pulsar. I thought this model could use a Lance though. But anyway, or Sonic Lance. Anyway, when it's down to his last 5 to 1 wounds, you subtract 1 from his to hit roll. And war gear options: the cannon can be replaced with a missile launcher, bright lance, scatter laser, or star cannon. It is a Lynx. The model is equipped with a Lynx Pulsar, Shuriken Cannon, Wraithbone Hull. Yeah, that's the way I pretty much take it. It's a Pulsar cannon, and that's it. Next, we have the Hornet. I've never fielded these models on the tabletop, although I know these are quite popular from the Aeldari line. It is movement 14, toughness 7, 3-up save, 8 wounds, leadership 6, 2 OC. Not horrible. Has access to the missile launcher, bright lance, scatter laser, shuriken cannon, and star cannon. Those are all pretty much the same. It has the Hornet pulse laser, 36 inches, 2 shots, hitting on 3, strength 9, -2, doing D3 damage apiece. Very good. I like it. You would assume though, the Hornet Pulsar would be twin linked because the Pulsars are, 2 of the same, unless it's equipped with 2 of them. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? Melee, it has the Wraithbone Hull, 3 attacks, hitting on 4, strength 6, 0, doing 1 damage. It's a vehicle, fly, and it's the Hornet. Deadly Demise 1, benefits from Strands of Fate. Lightning Assault. Each time this model ends a normal move, you can select one enemy unit, excluding monster or vehicle, that it moved over during that move, then roll 6d6 for each 4+ that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. That is interesting that they gave it that, because it's got the little bladed wings, I guess, on the back, I guess. Maybe give it more of that Drukhari kind of feeling of, the bike flying over. Because these Hornets are both Viper-sized, for anybody not familiar. They're both Viper-sized, and but they're heavy guns. So, yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Options can swap out the Hornet Pulse lasers with missile launcher, scatter lasers, shuriken cannon, and star cannon. Each of the model's pulse lasers can be replaced, and it is equipped with 2 pulse lasers in the Wraithbone hull. That's 1 Hornet. Interesting. Interesting. So it's got 2 of those pulse lasers, so that means it's 4 shots. And whenever flying over, it can do mortal wounds on. Yeah, they want to make sure they can sell a bunch of these, right? I think that's what's going on there. Shadow Spectres, I do not have these models, although they're very cool. These ones I kind of was expecting to see a plastic release for. I was kind of hoping that we'd get plastic versions of these, but anyway. They are Aspect Warriors. They are troops. Movement 12, Toughness 3, 3 up save, 1 wound, 6 leadership, OC 1, and the Exarch has an extra wound, but that's pretty much it. They got the Prism Rifle, which is basically their thing. Dispersed, it has Blast 18 inches, D6 hits, hitting on 3, Strength 4, -1, doing 1 damage. Not bad. The Prism Rifle Focused is 24 inches, 1 shot, 3 up to hit, 6 -2, doing 3 damage apiece. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All things considered. It's just a rifle. Shoot at 24 inches. Yeah, it's 1 shot. Yeah, that's actually not terrible. It's pretty straightforward. Close combat, they have 2 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 3, no AP, doing 1 damage. They are infantry, jump pack, fly, shadow specters for the Aeldari. Abilities, Deep Strike and Stealth. Ooh, nice. Strands of Fate and Shade of Twilight. In your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, if it is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can make a normal move up to 6 inches. If it does, until the end of the turn, this unit is not eligible to declare a charge. Interesting. Yeah. So they can basically, shoot, and if somebody kind of gets a little too close, they can go away. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Getting out of trouble is the Aeldari way, really. Options, 0. The unit composition is 1 Exarch, 0 to 1 Exarch. Oh, so you can pay for the Exarch. That is interesting. And 5 to 10 Shadow Specters every time every model is equipped with a rifle and close combat weapon. That's interesting that you can pay for the Exarch separately. That's interesting. The Skatak? I don't know. How do you say that word? I don't even know. I never use this one. It's the Wraith Knight modification from ForgeWorld. It's got a tinge move, toughness 12, 2 up save, 18 wounds, leadership 6, OC 10, and it's got the Death Shroud cannon, dispersed blast with devastating wounds. Oof. 12-inch range. That's pretty short ranged. 3d6 with blast. Oof. Hitting on 3, strength 6, -1, doing 1 damage apiece. This is your crowd pleaser right there. That's for dealing with hordes. Holy moly. The cannon focused has got blast with devastating wounds. It's focused with blast. Oof. 48 inches. D6 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 10, -3, doing 2 damage apiece. With devastating wounds and blast? That's not bad. That's pretty darn good. It's got that big crazy gun. Inferno Lance is Melta 2. Not bad. 24 inches. Not bad. 4 attacks. Hitting on 3. Strength 12. -4. Doing D6 damage apiece. Not bad at all. Also has access to the Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, and Star Cannons. Has Titanic Feet. Melee 5 attacks. Hitting on 3. Strength 8. -1. Doing 2 damage apiece. Not too bad. War Gear abilities. It's got the Scatter Shield. Bearer has a 4 invulnerable save. Nice. It's got Deadly Demise, D6, Deep Strike. Ooh, it's got Deep Strike. Oof. Faction Strands of Fate, Agile. Each time this model makes a normal, advance, or fallback move, it can move over other models, excluding Titanic models and terrain features that are 4 inches or less in height, as if they were not there. Okay, interesting that they gave it this ability. Webway Shunt Generator. Once per battle, at the end of your opponent's turn, if this model is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, you can remove this model from the battlefield and place it into strategic reserve. It's kind of like a flying swooping hawk. It's like a swooping hawk now. When it's down to its last 6 wounds, you take 5 off its OC and take 1 off its 2 hit rolls. Monster, Titanic, Towering, Walker, Wraith Construct, Skatak, Wraith Knight. I have Skatak. Skadoosh. That's the Skadoosh Wraith Knight. War gear options. This model's Infernal Lance can be replaced with the Death Shroud Cannon. Scatter Shield can be replaced with the Infernal Lance or Death Shroud Cannon. Oh, so you can get rid of this thing and go for 2 Death Shrouds or 2 Lances. Ooh. This model is equipped with 2 of the following: Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, and Star Cannon. It is 1 Skadoosh Wraith Knight. The model is equipped with Infernal Lance, Titanic Feet, and Scatter Shield. Pretty darn cool. Ilrieth. This is the Phoenix Lord for the Spectres. Movement 12, Toughness 3, 2-up save, 4 invulnerable, 5 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. It's got the Spear of Starlight, 24 inches, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 8, -2, doing 4 damage apiece. Oof, that hurts. Melee weapons, the Spear of Starlight, melee, 4 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 5, -2, doing 1 damage apiece. Yeah, this one's for, messing with your infantry. It's got leader, deep strike, and stealth. Oof. Strands of Fate, Reaper of Soul. While this model is leading on each time a model in this unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Nice. That means those guns are going to be really, really cool because it's leader, so I'm going to assume it's only for the Shadow Spectres. Shadow of Death aura. While an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time that unit takes a battle shock or leadership test, subtract 1 from that test. Oof. Not bad. Infantry character, epic hero, Phoenix Lord, Ilrieth. Anyway, and his Aeldari. Duh. War gear options, 0. It's an epic hero with the Spear of Starlight, and it can be attached to Shadow Spectres. To be expected, of course. Oh, that's it. All right, so that is it for all of the profiles. And really quickly here, let's have a look at the, while I'm just sitting here hammering my scroll wheel. Let's have a look at the Imperial Minotaur Field Manual for all these units. And Ilrieth is 140. Shadow Spectres are 26 per model. Does not list the Exarch. Nice. Why doesn't it list the Exarch? Bit of an oversight there. Hornet. Why does it still break it down to HQ, Elites, Fast Attack, Heavy Sport, Flyers, Lords of War? That's all the previous stuff, isn't it? Unless they just didn't update their template that they have for these units. Hornets are 80 points plus the war gear options. Yeah, Spirit Stones and Star Engines, Vector. You can't equip that stuff anymore. Yeah, they need to fix that because I'm on the Minotaur Field Manual 2023 Mark 1. Yeah, these are oversights. They got to clear that up. Got to get rid of all these options. Make this PDF a little bit smaller. Come on, people. Come on. The Lynx is 220 plus whatever cannon. And I don't know why they list these war gear options. I don't know why they do that. Warp Hunter is 195 points. That's kind of pricey for this little Falcon-sized tank. But anyway, Race Seer is 130 plus its options. Still lists the D cannon. Yeah, they got to fix this this sheet. They got to fix this. Flyers, Nightwing, 220 for a Nightwing. That's a bit pricey. It's a bit pricey. Lord of War, the Cobra, is 450 plus its options. Phantom Titan is 3,000. Oof. Revenant Titan is 1,500. Yeah, it's about what it was before. No, it was 1,100, I thought, before. Anyway, Scorpion is 500, and the Skadoosh Wraith Knight is 325. I think that's come down a bit, for the Wraith Knight. Yeah, is that it? Yeah, and Drukhari and stuff. Yeah. They got to fix this PDF because these points are all out of whack and a little bit confusing. And then Shadow Spectres, you can't pay for the Exarch. Yeah. Come on, boys. You got to fix this one. You got to fix this one. Get on that. But anyway, yeah. So that is, I forgot to switch over to the points cost. Oops. So there we go. There's all the points cost. I forgot to switch the windows there. Oops. My bad. My bad, folks. My bad. So yeah. So the Ilrieth, yeah, is 140. The Elite Shadow Spectres, yeah, they got to fix that. This is the current document, and it has all this old information. You can tell that they don't really care about the Aeldari, and that's unfortunate. I don't know why, because the Aeldari are such a good villain for the poster childs of Warhammer 40,000, and I don't know why they don't support these factions better. Space Marines get all the advantages, and everybody else, especially Xenos, get left to the wayside, and that's unfortunate that they do that. When they bloat Space Marines, put that kind of bloat into Horus Heresy where, you know, they love it. They love it. But anyway, yeah. So, flyers. Now, here's the one thing I'm going to gripe about: the Nightwing flyers. The Nightwing. Where is my Phoenix Bomber? I didn't see a data sheet for it. I didn't see it in Legends, and I don't see it here. Where is my Phoenix? I know on the website it's not there anymore, but where on earth is my is my Phoenix Bomber? Where is it? For the love of God, where is my Phoenix Bomber? I'm kind of miffed. I'm kind of miffed that there is no Phoenix Bomber, and I don't know why that is. Or the Vampire. The Vampire's not here either, and the Vampire's not on the site. And why did they pull the Phoenix and the Vampire? Why? Those were such good flyers. They were like, they're in the Aeronautica game, right? And that's the very contemporary game and such. And yeah, I don't know why it's not there. And I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very disappointed that the Phoenix and the Vampires are not in here. And where are they? Come on, people. Now, mind you, though, in this index, these are all available and available for matched and tournament play, right? As according to the article on the Warhammer Community site, it says right here. Where is it? Let me pull up the window here. I've got all sorts of windows going on here. Right here in bold. These forces are all sanctioned for official tournament games. So this is good for match play and tournaments. So, yeah. And again, my Aeldari are sidelined, even though they're right beside Space Marines and Aeldari, the two, right? If we were going alphabetical, it'd be Aeldari first, right? If we're going alphabetical. Yeah, they did Space Marines first. Why? Poster child. Aeldari next, right? Like, you can't say this is alphabetical because it should have been Aeldari, Astra Militarum, and Adeptus Mechanicus, and who else? That's it. Anyway, yeah, I know that's a minor gripe, but yeah, for official use. So the Legends PDF with all the other shelved models. Yeah, I'm just kind of miffed. And that's a little bit disappointing. But anyway, that is my run through of these indexes. Yeah, now it's time to start getting some games in. Big thank you to my patrons. Without your support, these videos are not possible. And if you're considering Patreon support, click the link in the description below. And a huge thank you to everybody for the continued support and all you brand new ones as well. If you're not, or if you're watching this on YouTube, which everybody is, also memberships as well. So feel free to click the memberships down below. It's in the description as well. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, all of that helps the channel as well. And all it takes a couple clicks of a button and you're helping me out a great deal. And a huge, huge thank you to everybody who takes the time to do that. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you in the next video or reaction video, painting tutorial, battle report, live streams, way of the brush, you know, all that stuff. Just click my channel and just see what other videos I have available because, you know, I do lots of stuff. I post lots of stuff, lots of shorts, lots of things, all sorts of stuff. I'm constantly flapping my gums about this stuff. Constantly. Just constantly. Anyway, all right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.